Today we're in Frederick, Maryland. We're picking up this Doosan excavator drill rig, hauling it up to Coldwater, Michigan. Hey everybody. This is Cliff Hambleton here with Hambleton Transportation. Today I am headed down to Frederick, Maryland. We're picking up a Doosan excavator. Right now it's about 20 after 12. So our appointment is at 2 o'clock. Apparently this excavator was waiting on a part this morning, but they said it'll definitely be ready by 2. Hopefully that's the case. We're picking that up, taking it from Frederick, Maryland up to Coldwater, Michigan. If any of you watched last week's video, you're probably saying, haven't you learned your lesson about Michigan yet? And I guess the answer is no, because here we go, headed back up to Michigan. Luckily, we were able to get a load to start the week this week. Last week it was late. Didn't actually start our week until Tuesday last week. Or Wednesday, sorry. So this week we're actually starting on Monday. And hopefully it'll be a little bit better. Alright, we have just arrived down here at Rev Drill in Frederick. Alright, so he just walked out and told me it's going to be about 35 to 45 more minutes. So I'm just going to give myself enough room to get unhooked and out of the way. We are waiting for this thing to get out of the shop. It's about 2:15 now. It looks like they're just buttoning it up, so it shouldn't be too much longer. They want it there before noon tomorrow, and we'll give it our best shot. We'll get it as far as we can, and then they're gonna have to live with the end result. I don't know if it'll be noon or a little after. All right, this guy's gonna load it up for me. So what is this used for?
It's a vibro. Vibrates
Okay.
it down into the ground. Probably a big old jackhammer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pile driver, whatever you want to say.
It works. Yeah.
Farther towards the trailer.
You're gonna have to bring the body of this back. I only have 2 axles. It's gonna be way too heavy if you don't have it.
I get it back as far as you want.
Yeah.
We just gotta make sure that, I'm gonna have to put that out on the end, but this thing, if I put it down here, this is gonna be too cold.
Yeah.
You tell me when to stop.
One time we'll probably stand straight up and strap it back to the mast.
Yeah, we'll see what we got.
Set that down.
Should be pretty close when we get it where we need. Tell me where you want.
Yeah. Usually I put them.
I see the mark.
Yeah. I don't know.
Where you want, the boom light.
Yeah, and it's gonna be sticking off the back. Well, let's try it there. If I gotta move it, I can. We'll see where the weight is. Yeah, it's gonna be way high. You don't think you can put it in the well here? You think it'll be too high?
Yeah, so when I bring it down here, it jacks this up too high.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a stick? We can check it?
Yeah, I have a height stick.
I'll try it both ways and see. I just think back here we gained too much.
All right, so here's where we're at now. This thing, they told us it was an excavator when we were picking it up. And it's got that big old mast hanging off the back. So Michigan will only give me $40,000 on my tandem. And West Virginia requires a pilot car for overhang that's over 10 feet. And we are at 10 feet right now. So anything more than that would be would need a pilot car, and to get the weight right, we would have to move the thing back, and that would put it over. I don't know, maybe we'll figure something out. All right, so I think what we're gonna do, so usually I run my kingpin at a 15-inch setting. I think we're gonna slide that all the way up to like 21 inches and put as much weight as we can on the steer axle. And that will get our tandems, which are at probably like 41,000 right now, should get it real close to 40. We're at 10 feet of overhang, or a little less than that, which is perfect. So I think we'll be all right here, and we'll just permit for 40 and run it, and you know, it should be good. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it chained down. So we got this thing loaded. See there, it's like a vibrating pile driver, the guy said. Okay, we got about 10 feet of overhang, a little less than 10, which means we don't need an escort in any of the states we're going to. We had to put this excavator a little bit farther forward towards the truck than I like to usually, so the weight is more on the tandems. So I ended up sliding my fifth wheel. This is a fifth wheel slider. I usually run it at about 15 inches. I slid it up to about 21. So that will put more weight on my steer axle, but less weight on my tandems. So I think we have this thing ready to go. I'm gonna get some pictures, and then we will hit the road. All right, guys. We got this big old thing loaded up. They're blocking the road for me. That person, they're not listening. What's this way of light? Good, thank you. So now we'll just get as far as we can. It's probably gonna be about 3.5 hours till we have to stop. So not much running today, but got it picked up. All right, well, you guys enjoy the view. You're actually behind the trailer back there. I stuck you as far back as I can get you on that that boom back there hanging off the trailer. So enjoy the ride, and we will get some miles done till the sun goes down anyway. Just stopped here at the mandatory brake check here on I-68. I guess they're doing construction on the bridge on 68 where it meets 79, or the exit ramp or something, because they routed us through Morgantown. So we're actually getting off 68 on exit 4 onto Route 7, and then we're going right through Morgantown and across the bridge on 19. And then our hotel is actually right off of 19, so it's right along our route. But that's going to be an interesting detour. Hopefully it's not too bad. If I'm not mistaken, 7 is the one exit where they don't like trucks going off that exit. So we're just gonna take it easy and start slowing down way before we get to the exit. We got all of our permits pulled except for Indiana and Michigan. The delivery location is a job site up there, and we're having trouble finding the correct way to get into Michigan to the job site. So before we pull it and mess it up and get rejected for the permit, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna call Michigan in the morning, make sure that we know what we're doing with that permit, and then when we get that one, we'll pull Indiana, because we want to make sure that we're coming into Michigan on the right, the right way. Pretty sure it'll be on I-69, just going right up into Michigan, but we want to make sure before we pull that. All right. We are coming up on this exit here. It is the exit I was thinking of. It's an 8% grade off of this exit. So we're going to go pretty slow, because we are at 104,000 pounds, which isn't super heavy, but still pretty heavy. Going to use the engine brake as much as we possibly can coming down here. All right, down the hill. So that is a pretty steep grade to come off. In Morgantown, there's one really sharp turn in this this route, so that should be interesting. And I have to keep in mind that that boom is sticking out of the back, off the back of the trailer here. So as we turn, that's going to be swinging around behind us. We just got to be mindful that we don't hit anything going through. That would not be good. So I'm hoping the reason for this sharp curve up here is not because of a hill. A lot of times they'll do that if there's a switchback to go up or down a hill. I'm hoping that's not the case. This. It's a narrow little road. I will probably end up taking both lanes to take this corner. So I'll go slow and make sure there's nothing coming as best I can. Okay, here's our turn. So we're just gonna creep into this. Gosh. Great too. Alright, we got it. We got it. Narrow through here. Another sharp turn. have to go up here, and we have to make a left on the 19, and then a quick right. Okay, it looks like this is our left. Well, this would be a fun intersection. So we're making a left here, and then a quick right to get across the river on the Westover Bridge. And then we just follow 19 all the way to the hotel. We gotta make sure these idiots don't come up on the right hand side. Now there are detour signs here. Cut that curve. This is the route the permit office gave me. If they detour me off of this, that's going to be a problem. Detour 500 feet. Oh my gosh. What is the detour? Okay. How do they... Okay, I'm gonna have to stop and make sure that I can actually make this detour, because that is, oh my gosh. Okay, we gotta, people waiting behind me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't understand. Come on. I don't understand why they would do that. Do they want me to come through there? You want me to come through? He's waving me through. I'm gonna go up through here, I guess. Can I go up through here? Okay, thank you. All right, so he put me through here. Gosh, that scared the shit out of me for a minute. You know, you pull a permit and they give you a route. You get to a spot and they have the lane closed with a detour sign. I couldn't tell what the hell I was supposed to do. I guess we're all right. We just stick with 19 here. Oh my gosh. Now you have to ask yourself why they would do a thing like that. Putting people in this little ass detour. Can you pull up, buddy? sure everybody's pissed at me, but alright, my GPS is saying we're a mile and a half away now. I couldn't tell if that lane was open or if they had the whole road closed. And then they have a detour sign up. But that construction worker there, he came out and he waved me through. Oh man. We'll stick with 19. Alright, half a mile to go. Alright, I think this is our light. I actually know this hotel. I've stayed here once before. So it is a cheap hotel, and it's not very nice. But when you get in this area, there is not much. So this one I know I can park at. And it'll have a shower, and a microwave, and a bed, so, and a fridge. So it'll be alright. And it looks like we're the only truck here. Oh, alright guys. We have made it to the Econo Lodge here in Morgantown. That was one hell of a detour. That should be the most challenging part of this trip. Man. Some of those roads were tiny, and we just had to take our time and work our way through them, but we made it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my logs done, go get checked into the hotel, and try to de-stress a little bit after that. That was crazy. So I will talk to you guys in the morning. Morning, everybody. So, got a good night's sleep last night. Feeling pretty good this morning. Did our pre-trip. So now we're gonna head out of Morgantown, West Virginia, and head up to Michigan today. We have about 431 miles. It's gonna be probably between 2 and 3 this afternoon by the time we get this thing delivered, or by the time we get there. So this is probably all we're gonna get done today. Just a late start yesterday, and then trying to figure out how to load this thing and still be able to permit it with our setup. But we got it figured out, and we did talk to the guys there at the job site in Coldwater, Michigan, and they said they don't care as long as I'm there by 5, so it shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, I'm gonna head out of here, jump back on I-79, and then we'll run that up into Pennsylvania and hit 70. Alright, so this is by far the worst part of being a trucker. We are at a complete standstill on I-79 here. Apparently somebody hit a concrete barrier in the construction zone, according to my radio. So the entire highway is shut down, and we're all just sitting while they clean it up. So we've gotten 4 miles done so far. There's the truck. No, it's not even that damaged. The front axle got. Alright, so we are finally through that. They had 79 shut down up until about 15 minutes ago. Started moving again. So we got on the highway about 6:30, a little after 6:30 this morning, and it is 11:25 right now. So 4.5 hours, but the accident happened at 4:30 this morning. So it took them about 7 hours, maybe 6.5 hours, to get a single truck accident with no injuries off of the bridge where it happened. Apparently it was a construction zone. They had it down to 1 lane, and a truck coming northbound, semi-truck, got into the median It looked like it ripped the front axle out from under the truck, but the cab was fine. This load is obviously not going to be delivered today. It'll probably be 7 o'clock by the time we get up to Michigan today. So we'll take it in the morning, and then hopefully we can find something else. We have arrived at the Ramada Inn in Angola, Indiana. We're about 17 miles from our delivery in the morning. As you can see, it is raining, just like it's been raining all day. So, but we made it up here. They said they want me there around 7:30, so we're not far, but we'll get this load done in the morning. Till then, I'm gonna go in here and get checked in and get some rest tonight. Probably gonna order some dinner in after today, and then I will talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. So I had a pretty good night's sleep last night. I am leaving here from Angola, Indiana this morning, and we're getting the last 17 miles done up to Coldwater, Michigan, to a job site up there to get this excavator drill rig thing, vibrating, pile driving, whatever they use it for. We're gonna get this thing delivered up to the job site and be done with it. But come on, let's go. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Where do you guys want it?
You got a straight shot right here.
That's fine.
Unless you want to get turned around before or after, whatever you want.
After's probably easier, so.
It's up to you, whatever's easiest.
Yeah, I can drop it right here.
Hey, you think if you stand it up before you spin? Pick that fucking thing up. There we got it.
So that load's done. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate all the likes, all the comments. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe below, help grow the channel, and I will see you in the next video.